so we'll get into them shortly. But before we get to our panel, who else to ask about investing in the racing-related sector than someone deep into themselves, the Chief Executive of Waterhouse VC, Tom Waterhouse. He spoke with our very own Lizzie O'Neill, who asked him where the big money in the industry is really made.
Well, look, horse racing, the big money's made, I would say, and I don't know this part of the industry well, but in the breeding. And also over the years, you've seen a lot of people make money in the bookmaking. And I guess also you see those super groups that have made a fortune in professional betting. They're now global. You see a couple of the English Premier League teams are owned by professional punters. And so I guess they're the three areas that I've seen significant wealth being created in the horse racing industry.
And how do you get access to it via public markets?
Oh, look, so the listed entities that you see there, obviously you've got in the Australian market here, Tabcorp, PointsBet, are both listed operators. And then you've got businesses like BetMakers, which are service providers to the racing industry. We focus as a fund on the service providers, but if you can get access in public markets through them. And then obviously you've got overseas businesses like Flutter and Entain. Flutter owns Sportsbet, Entain owns Ladbrokes, which are here in the Australian market.
And on those kind of betting companies, there are quite a few listed ones. What are the key things you look for in a gambling-related company?
So we focus on the service providers. So we look at things where they're providing a unique piece of technology that we think that can scale from one or two operators to many operators. I guess if you're looking at the business to consumer operations, the likes of PointsBet and Tabcorp and Flutter and Entain, even though that's not our area of focus, I think a key ingredient in regulated markets are the businesses that have got significant scale to withstand the tax and regulatory changes, and also to be able to compete in marketing spend.
And can you go into any more detail on some of the specific ones, such as BetMakers and PointsBet?
Yeah, okay. So look, BetMakers, the thing that we really like about that business, they've got something very unique. They control the ecosystem between the horse racing bodies or horse racing clubs, and they control the data that comes from the horse racing to the bookmakers, and they control the data going back from the bookmakers to the horse racing. So they control that bit of the ecosystem, and they're also integrated now with, must be 24 bookmakers that are on their platform, but also a whole variety of bookmakers, both in Australia and also globally, for different data feeds. They've also got the exclusive rights to fixed odds in New Jersey for horse racing, and they have a tote business as well, and also they have a platform business. So they've got things that are unique, and we like them because they're a technology provider, so they're sort of shielded in many ways from the regulatory and tax risk. PointsBet, they're a group of Aussies that have done an amazing job to take a business from startup, might be 5-6 years ago, to now being one of the biggest in the Australian market. And they've now a player in the US and got licenses in many states and also in Canada, which is just amazing to take a business and grow it in that period of time. They've got to compete with the big boys, and I think their biggest challenge is the macro environment's changed in terms of the ability to get access to money has changed. But they're a very switched on group of people, and the management team's excellent. So I'm sure they'll find a way through that. And yeah, it's nice to see Aussie guys battling it out in the US and doing well.
Hey, so Tom Waterhouse with his view on some of the betting stocks and how you make money in that sort of market. And as he said, his venture capital business is mainly in the B2B market rather than just purely listed stocks. But